So I'm recording the meeting. So welcome to the advanced MA. The topic is inventory control. The topic is in inventory control. We shall start from that point, as you can see. So you can see there. Our topic is in inventory control. Now we talk about inventory control. It's what we did in intermediate level. Things to do with inventory. Now, these are measures taken to ensure that the actual cost does not exceed the budgeted cost. So these are the measures that the company take to ensure that the inventory cost, the actual inventory cost, does not exceed the budgeted inventory cost. So those are the measures which are taken by the company to ensure that the actual inventory cost does not exceed the budgeted cost. For this measure to be effective, the following decisions are to be considered. Number one, the optimal order size. So the number of orders the company should make, maybe in an year or whichever the duration of the company. So the number of optimal size, which is equals to. So how do you get the optimal order size or the number of orders? So the number of orders is equals to D over Q. It is equals to D over Q, where D is the annual demand and Q economic order quantity. Number two, the optimal safety stock. We shall take a look on that one later. So the optimal safety stock. Number three, the optimal number of orders. The optimal number of orders. Now, the word inventory refers to the items of raw material, work in progress, finished goods, and other consumable held in the store for a given period of time. Held in the store for a given period of time. For a given period of time. Okay. We move on. Now, so in case they ask you to define what's inventory, you shall say this refers to the items of raw material, work in progress, and finished goods, and other consumable that is held in the store for production or for resale for a given period of time. So remember, when we talk about inventory, we talk about things that are held for resale or things that are held for production. So it can be raw material, work in progress, or finished good. Inventory related cost. Inventory related cost. Number one, we have the purchase cost. Purchase cost is the actual amount paid to acquire the material itself or the inventory. So the actual amount paid to acquire the inventory itself is what we call the purchase cost. And it is given by annual demand times the purchase cost, which is our C. C is our purchase cost. Ordering cost. These are the costs incurred whenever an order is placed. So these are the costs that are incurred whenever an order has been placed. So we call them the ordering costs. Examples: cost of preparation, printing order documents, freight cost. We have transportation cost. We have the offloading cost, and other costs. Next cost, we have the holding cost. These things we did in intermediate. That's in Akimbia. Now, holding cost incurred whenever an inventory is held in the store. So cost incurred whenever the inventory is held in the store. Example, cost of capital. So cost of capital, cost of capital is an example of a holding cost. Warehouse rent, insurance, storekeeper wages, theft, and obsolescence or obsolete. Next, we have the shortage cost, or the stock out cost. This is the benefit foregone whenever the customer fails to get the required item. So for example, customer akuje alikuwa anataka 20 units of materials, lakini wewe hauna hiyo units. So kwako, kwa sababu hujaweza ku provide the customer, that's a cost to you. So that cost is what we call the stock out cost or the foregone cost whenever the company fails to satisfy the demand for the customer. In inventory control system, number one, tutakuwa tuna mbili. Economic order quantity na economic bunch quantity. So zinakuwa tu mbili. So inventory control system, so we have economic order quantity and the economic bunch quantity. So these are some of the things we did in intermediate level. So this is the quantity which can be purchased at the most economic cost. So the amount of quantity which can be purchased at the most economic cost. It's what we call the economic order quantity. Or these are the quantity to be ordered, which will have the minimum cost. So the amount of units, the maximum amount of units that the company can order, which is associated with the minimum overall cost, is what we call the economic order quantity. So the maximum amount of units that the company can order at a minimum cost. Okay. Now, number A. So the model is divided into two. We have the deterministic. That is what we did in intermediate without the effect of uncertainty. Then you have number two, stochastic EOQ. That one is now what we shall do it in this level, where we have probabilities and some other items. Let's start with the deterministic. This is a trade where the inventory-related costs are certain and remain unchanged over the analysis period. And that is what we did in intermediate level. When we were doing an EOQ in intermediate level in MA, so we are doing deterministic EOQ. So where we know that our inventory costs are certain. Assumptions of what we did in our previous lesson or in our previous MA classes, in our previous level. Number one, we said that the EOQ demand is known and constant. So demand is known and constant. The lead time also is known and constant. And remember, we talk about the lead time is the difference. Is the difference between is the time taken between the time for placing an order and when the order arrives. So you can make an order today, for example, kwa Jumia. So let's assume we make an order of a particular item kwa Jumia. Now, and then so those 2 weeks is what we call the lead time. So those 2 weeks is what we call the lead time. So the lead time is known and constant also. There is no shortage cost or there is no stock out cost. So we assume that there is no stock out cost. But for stochastic model, the assumption is we have stock out cost. But for what we did in MA, there was nothing like stock out cost. Purchase cost is also constant. Ordering cost also remain constant. That's our formula, if you can see it there. The optimal size order, which is our EOQ, the optimal order size, which is our EOQ, which we say is the optimal amount of quantity that a company can order, which is the most economical. Now it is given by 2 times D times S over H, but I don't prefer to use that one. I prefer to use 2DCO over CH. 2DCO over CH. So mimi nitakuwa nikitumia hiyo, but it's the same thing. Where D is our annual demand. D is our annual demand. D is our annual demand. S, setup cost. Setup cost. S is setup cost. Ama C, unaita CO, which is also setup cost. H, holding cost. H ni holding cost. Setup cost or fixed ordering cost. Not setup cost. Utumie the word setup cost. Hiyo ndio nadanganya. Hiyo ni kwa batch quantity. Sorry. So S is supposed to be ordering cost. Ordering. S is ordering cost. Then H is holding cost. H is holding cost. Sometimes holding cost is equal to cost of capital times purchase cost. Now we have the cost of predicting error, COP. Cost of predicting error, COP, which is the actual cost minus optimal cost. Actual cost minus optimal cost. Then we have total cost. Total cost is equal to purchase cost plus ordering cost plus holding cost. Now let us do this question together. Write it down. I'm going to screenshot. I think screenshot is better. So that story screenshot, and it say a company has an annual demand of 15,000, each costing 80. The fixed cost per order is 2,500, while the cost of capital is 20%. The company works for 30 days in a year and has a lead time of 7 days. Number one, the optimal order size. That is the EOQ. The optimal order size, EOQ. Now let me stop sharing so that we can do that question together. So mimi natumia my nini. So let me stop sharing. Can you see my screen? Mnaona nini so far? Yes. Mnaona nini sahi so far? Nione kama nimetoa.
Tunaona notes.
Mnaona notes? Yaani penye nimemalizia hiyo swali. Penye nilikuwa nimemalizia. Nataka niitoe. Sijui mbona haitoki. Nataka ni stop sharing the start option. Na sahi okay, ngoja. Aya. So sahi mnaona nini? Nataka ni stop presenting. Hapo. So imetoka. Now let's do that question together now. Now nimesema for you to get our EOQ, is the optimal size. Optimal size is equals to EOQ. Itakuwa natumia 2DCO over CH. Hiyo ndio nimezoea hiyo. Now 2 times our demand. So what's our demand? Now a company has an annual demand of 15,000. So the company has an annual demand of 15,000. What about ordering cost? No, another name of ordering cost is the fixed cost per order. Fixed cost per order, which is fixed cost per order is 2,500. 2,500 over our holding cost. Now holding cost of need 20%. So remember, holding cost the percentage of purchase cost. Purchase cost, which is our C. Purchase cost, which is our C. Now our C in the question there is the cost. The cost is setable. So itakuwa ni 80%. 80%, no, 20% of 80. 20% of 80, which is 16. Then you find the square root. So what will be the answer? What will be the answer for that one? Give me the answer. Give me the answer. $21.65 units. Itakuwa 21.65 units. Number B. Number B. Let's see number B. Number B wanasema number of annual orders. Number of annual orders. So ikifika 935. Ikifika 635. Uone nimepotea. Ujue net yangu ina restart. So net yangu ina restart at 635. So ukiona nimepotea at 635, ujue net yangu ina restart. So ina expire at 635. So ita restart at 635. So D over Q. So ukiona nimepotea, just know that the net is restarting. So hii net inakuanga hivyo. So wakati ina expire, hiyo time huwa ina restart tu yenyewe. So in case nipotee, Sishangae what is happening. Itarudi tu yenyewe. Now number of orders, it's our D, which is 15,000. 15,000. This is annual demand. This is annual demand. Divided by 21, 65. Hii ni tulifanya intermediate level. So I know you know what is that. 6.9, which is approximately 7 orders. Which is approximately 7 orders. Which is approximately 7 orders. And next, the order level. So you know the formula from intermediate level. So mimi najua naenda haraka juu assume najua. Ulishapita ime. The order level. Daily demand times read time. Now our daily demand, now our annual demand ni 15,000. 15,000 in annual, but we need daily. So for one day. So turudi kwa swali yetu juu tuangalie. So ametuambia the company works for 300 days in a year. So for you to get for a day, so kama ana work 300 days in a year, we divide by 300 to get per day. So the company works for 300 days in a year. So for you to get for one day, divide by 300. You multiply with the ready time. So what's our ready time in the question? The question says that the ready time is 7 days. 7 days. Itakuwa ni 15,000 divided by 300 times 7, which is our real level is 50 units. 50 units. Number D, COPE, cost of predicting error. Cost of predicting error. Cost of predicting error. And we say, what's the cost? Supposed to be actual cost minus. It's supposed to be actual cost minus optimal cost. I'm budgeted. Actual cost minus optimal cost. Minus optimal cost. So let's start with the actual cost. Then tukimaliza actual cost, tutaingia budgeted. So the cost of next, cost of predicting error COP, if the actual cost of capital and the ordering cost is 18%, and 3,000. So 18% and 3,000. So that's our actual cost. Now it's an actual cost. Actual cost, the annual demand times our purchase cost plus. So it's supposed to be actual cost is supposed to be D times C. D is our annual demand. C the purchase price plus holding cost, which is Q over 2CH. This is the holding cost plus ordering cost D over Q CO. So hii nika kusema purchase cost plus holding cost plus ordering cost. Ordering cost. Ndio hizo. Zinakaa hivyo. So for you to get actual cost is equals to DC, which is the purchase cost. So annual demand times purchase price plus holding cost, which is Q over 2CH plus D over QCO. So let's see. Our annual demand, so actual cost will be equal to our annual demand is 15,000 times purchase cost. Now purchase cost iko kwa swali. So tukirudi kwa swali yetu, the cost ni ngapi? The cost ni 80 shillings. So 80 pale juu kwa statement tukianza 80 plus holding cost ni Q over 2. Our Q ndio hiyo hapo 2165 over 2 times CH. Our CH ndio hapa chini ni 16. plus D over Q, D in 15,000 over Q 2165 times 2500. Remember ordering cost. Now this one uncertainty is not the same. Remember, holding cost and ordering cost are always the same. Are always the same in the case of uncertainty. So this one is 1.2. 2165 divided by 2 times 16, 17, 320, 15,000 divided by 2165 and 2500. 17, 321. So nimekwambia the same. So 321, just 1 shillings. So holding cost na ordering cost zinakwanga always the same. Zinakwanga always the same. So tuna add 17, 320 plus 17, 321. Itakuwa ni 12, 234, 641. Now actual cost. Let us see now optimal cost. Optimal cost. Na remember for optimal cost kuna kitu wamesema zina change. For optimal cost there are some things wamesema ina change. So there are some things wamesema ina change. So turudi kwa swali yetu, wanasema the cost of prediction error copper if the actual cost of the capital is and the ordering cost is 18%. So cost of capital 18%. Remember ilikuwa ngapi? Remember ilikuwa 20%. And ordering cost 3,000 shillings. Remember ilikuwa ngapi? 25. So if it change, let us see. We need to find a new EOQ. We need to find a new EOQ. Let's find a new EOQ. So Q itakuwa ni 2 DCO over CH, which is equals to 2 times our demand is the same. Aya, inatoka from 2,500 to 3,000. 3,000 over 18%. Tumesema inakwanga of the purchase price. Now purchase price ni ngapi? Ni 80. Our purchase price ni 80. To find the Q, find the Q. So 0.18 times 80 kwanza ni ngapi? Hii ni 14.4. Kwanza ni hapa iko 14.4. 14.4, which is 80%. 80%, 18% of 80, which is 18% of 80. Tutasema 2 times 15,000 times 3,000 divided by 14.4. Then you find the square root. So 2,500 units. 2,500 units. Now we can find our total cost now. We find our total cost now. Now our total cost itakuwa ni ngapi? Our total cost. Now our total cost itakuwa ni annual demand 15,000 times cost, which is 80. Yeah, you could change, plus D over Q. Our D over Q over 2, sorry, Q over 2 CH, Q over 2,500 over 2 CH ndio chini yake 14.4 plus D over Q 15,000 over 2,500 times CO, which is 3,000. So find that figure. Now 15,000 times 80, which is 1.2. 2,500 divided by 2 times 14.4. 18,000. 15,000 divided by 2,500 times 3,000. 18,000. So maana zinafanana. Ordering cost itakuwa ni 12,000 123 plus 2 times 1236. 1236,000. 1236,000. Now copy, let's find it here. Our copy itakuwa ni actual cost, which is 12, 34, 641 minus 12, 36,000 minus 12, 36,000 minus 12, 36,000. Unapata ngapi? How much are you getting? So 1234, 641 minus answer. Pata ngapi? Napata sijui negative figure ama what? 1236, 12, not 1236, 12. Ngoja kidogo. Iko sawa, iko sawa. Mimi napata 1236,000. Iko sawa. Na hii ya kwanza sikuwa niliandika vizuri. I don't know if I did put the correct figures. Divided by 2165 times 3,000. 2165 divided by 2 times anyway, sawa minus you shall get your copy. So but confirm here this part. Naona kama mimi sijadi vizuri. So confirm this part. Confirm that part vizuri. Kama mimi siku tumia the right information. Okay, confirm you to confirm at your own time. You shall confirm that one at your own time. Okay, that one is okay. Let's go to another question. Let us go to another. Okay, you may notice something. So there's something you may notice. Now this one, wakati na calculate copy, this item utumie with the one yenye umepatiwa kwa copy for additional information ya 3,000. So hapo ndio makosa tumefanya. So utumie 25. Utumie 25. 25 kwa utumie hii. Tumia yenye umepatiwa kwa information number 5 for copy. So kwa copy kwa actual na optimal tumia the same 3,000. So 3,000 na 3,000 tumia the same. Now let's go to another question. Let me share the screen.
Which question is this?
Hii nilikuwa nimeshare.
Yeah.
Acha nawatumia PDF baadaye. Niko nayo PDF nawatumia. Acha let me share again with screenshot. Let me share you screenshot. So ndio swali